Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today, we're getting started at the start. I used to be a little bit insecure about starting my videos just like barefaced, so I would do my intros after I had all my makeup on, but I'm losing patience in that process personally. So anyways, we're just gonna dive right in. I have a bunch of products from Shein, particularly Sheglam products, but I got some other stuff too. Main event today is going to be this Sheglam Ruby Queen eyeshadow palette. Let me just pull her out. Oh, cute. Very appropriate for holidays. I didn't realize that this was like a holiday palette. Cool. All right, it's got this. Okay, so here's what it looks like. But look at the blush. I'm gonna get that blush pan. Do you see how it's like white up in the top of it, of the pan? Do you see that? Ew, what is that about? That makes me nervous. Should I do swatches? Should I swatch it? I'll swatch it real quick. They don't have names. Wow, not bad. This next one looks really cool. Ooh! Super pretty. What does that remind you of? Friends, people that come around here often. We might have a fabulous little dupe on our hands. We'll see. Cool. Okay, then this is one of the big highlighter pans. And then this is the other big highlighter pan. What does that remind you of, y'all? Oh, Sheglam. I'm gonna pull out the things that I believe we may have dupes for in this palette at the end, like after I do my eyeshadow look and makeup and everything. But OMG, I'm excited. That's kind of disappointing. That snowflake that was there was just like, I don't know, it was just like over it. I don't really know. But anyways, not that anyone probably really cares, but these are the bottom four. Little pigmented for blush and highlighter. That's cute though, isn't it? That's cute. I'm curious, once the entire snowflake is swatched away, then what? Okay, so this had like the last bit of that snowflake over it, and then this is what was under it. So this is like from the snowflake that was in the pan, but once you kind of like swatch that part away, you get this kind of pinkness. Which I think it's supposed to be a blush pan, so it's like whatever, but it's kind of cute. I liked this better though, because this is like just a light baby pink shininess happening. It's cute. It's a little bit of a risk, but I'm gonna start with this like kind of fuchsia type of shade. We're just gonna try it. We're just gonna see what happens. It'll be fine. It's fine. Interestingly, not as much kickback as I'm used to from Sheglam. All right, wish me luck. I had some trouble on this side. This side looks pretty good, but I didn't need a lot of product and it was easy enough to blend, even though I had more trouble over here, but I don't think my eye primer was totally set, so it's whatever. Okay, now I'm gonna take this shade right here and just, you know, blend it into this pink thing that's happening and hope for the best. Now if y'all will just give me a moment to completely screw up this side, because that's what tends to happen. I get it, and I'm like, oh, not bad over here, and then time to come over here. Ooh. Patchy over here. Ugh, looks so bad over here. I don't know if I jinxed myself or what, but I cannot get this side to stop looking so patchy. This side, very nice. This side, hot mess. Okay, I just need to stop. This side is just a mess and I can't quite get it to look how I want it, but right now we need to move on. Okay, I'm going to take some of this shade right here on a flat brush and I'm gonna spray it. It is very flaky in the pan. I'm gonna go over most of my lid with this. Very pretty. My matte eyeshadow on this side, I just can't. It looks wild. Then I'm just gonna take some of this red shimmer shade and I'm just gonna use my finger, put some of it on the outer corner. Wow, that red shimmer shade is not what I would call a secondary shimmer. She wants to steal the show right now. Okay, please, if you would, just give me a moment. Okay, it's me again, I'm back. So I have an eyeliner and some eyelashes from Sheglam. I have these eyelashes, the top two I already put glue on, so they're kind of drying while I put this eyeliner on. Okay, here's what it looks like. Oh, I guess this isn't Sheglam. This says Hold Live for eyeliner. Just a little felt tip. Ooh, okay. I actually really like this. Very easy. The tip is not super flexible, but it's pretty short, so you still got control. And then I have my eyelashes that I'm gonna pop on real quick. I would have done a wing with that liner. I just didn't really want to do a wing with this look, but I feel like that would be a good liner to do a wing with, so I'll have to try that. Okay, give that a moment to dry. They look pretty cute, but I have to read y'all. So here's the thing that it came in. I have to read y'all the instructions on the back of this because it's really funny. So here's what the instructions say. Number 1. After stick Alice folder eyelashes, use mascara brush to layer of stereotype in true and false eyelashes to avoid stratification. Number 2, please check the time when eyelashes out from the box due to vicious. First, pull the roots from the lashes and put the eyelashes up in there and take time off. Now, made in China is what it says on the box. So anyways, probably not the best translation happening, but I got a good laugh out of that. And then also I have some lip products from Sheglam. So I have the matte Allure mini liquid lipstick set. And then I got like a full size, I don't know if it's like the same thing, matte Allure liquid lipstick. I guess I just got a big size of one of them. Oh, this is a little bit different. Ooh, kind of a cool frosty component. Ooh, it smells like, it has that kind of cakey vanilla smell that a lot of lip products have. Okay, it's not super opaque. It's swatching a little streaky. This is the shade Topaz. Then I have the shade Macaroon. Yeah, very pretty pink color. And then the last one in here, Hot Cider. Pretty. Then let me check out this big full-size one that I got. Momojo is what this one's called. I don't have good luck with cheap matte liquid lipsticks. They usually just tend to be very dry and not amazing, you know? Ooh, this might be the one though. Yeah, so this formula is a little bit different, I think, from the formula of these. These are a little bit sheer. Like, I don't know if you can see the streakiness happening in these swatches, whereas this one, it's a lot smoother, a lot cleaner. I'm gonna try this one. I'll have to see. Oh wow, it looks a lot brighter in my phone camera, but I'll have to see how it dries down, because the problem that I usually have with drugstore matte liquid lipsticks, or just like cheaper matte liquid lipsticks, I find they tend to be very, very drying. So we'll see if that is the case. I can already feel it drying down, so that very well could be the case with this liquid lipstick. One more thing before we go. I believe that there are some formidable dupes in this Ruby Queen palette. So I'm gonna get these swatches out here. So the two pans that I'm swatching is this big highlighter pan right here, and this shimmer shade that I used on my lid. Okay, sorry, my phone died in the middle of what you just saw, and I'm not really sure where it left off. Okay, there's that highlighter. Ooh. And there's that shadow. I'll turn my lights down in a minute, but since that reflect is pretty strong. Let's start with the highlighter though. I believe this highlighter, this one, would make for a good dupe of the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb highlighter in How Many Carats. This highlighter is literally like, I want to say it's like $38 or something crazy like that. It's a pretty unique formula with like the squishiness of the pan and how glittery, and just like the sheer glittery kind of that almost like wet look. So let me swatch this Fenty one right next to it. Okay, ooh, so we have Fenty right here. I kind of swatched it a little crooked. And then we have the highlighter in this palette. So yeah, the Fenty highlighter is like 30 something dollars. It's in the 30s for sure. This whole palette was like $10. Quite a deal. Okay, so when my phone died and I was off camera for a minute waiting for it to charge, I did put some Fenty on one of my cheeks, and then I put some of the highlighter from the Ruby Queen palette on one of my cheeks. Let's see if you can spot the difference. So over here, see if you can find a difference, predict which one is which. Here's the other side. I can't see this side as well myself, but I'll kind of... What do you think? Which one's which? I will tell you right now. So I put Fenty on this side, highlighter from this palette on this side. I will say that the highlighter in this Sheglam palette have a little bit more sort of closer concentration of glitter. Like the glitter is just more concentrated in the highlighter, whereas with the Fenty, I don't want to say it's like spread out, but it's just a little bit, it has a little more sheerness to it, I guess. But I mean, they all look incredibly similar, don't they? That's really cool. I'm glad I found another dupe for that Fenty highlighter. I love the Fenty highlighter, but it's way expensive. Then let's talk about the eyeshadow, the one that I used on my lids today. So if you've been watching my channel, you might have noticed that I'm a little bit obsessed with the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette. And there is one shade in particular in here, the shade Passion, this one right here. Let me swatch it. That I think this shade in the Ruby Queen palette might be a good dupe for. So let me swatch it next to her. That's not a bad dupe, or it's not a bad, like, kind of similar shade. Let me turn my lights down a little bit. So this shade Passion, it's really nifty because it's got this kind of like mauve base. It's like mauve undertone, but then it has that, you can see, kind of bluish purple reflect. Really, really nifty. The one in this Ruby Queen palette, as you can see, it's somewhat similar, where it just has that kind of, this one has the sort of pinkish mauve base with a slight bluish purple reflect. Not quite as strong as the Passion shade from the Huda palette, but not a bad alternative option. And again, it's what I have on my lids today. If you've seen my Huda Beauty video, or even my Bloody Mary video, I used that Passion shade on my lids. So you can kind of, if you want to go watch those videos, you can check that out. So cool. But I just think that's so nifty because this shade Passion is super unique and I love it. It looks so cool on the lid. But the Huda palette is $67, which is crazy, $67. But this palette, again, like $10. And it's certainly not an exact replica, but still a really nifty shimmer shade. What I will add about this shade from the Ruby Queen palette, it's very glittery. Lots and lots of glitter. So like, let me get up here and then maybe you can see. Very glittery. But even like if you get it at the right angle, they look really similar. But they have that very similar blue-purple reflect. Very cool that I found another shadow that's kind of like that. Because I found some other ones. This is probably the closest one that I've found to that shade Passion. Because I found some others that I felt like were kind of similar. That one's definitely the closest. So that's really cool. The Ruby Queen palette surprised me. The mattes I did have a little bit of trouble with, but I'm inclined to blame my eye primer, my eyeshadow primer, because I used an eyeshadow primer that I don't often use, and I feel like it was maybe a little bit dried up. So I'll have to try out those mattes again with a different eyeshadow primer. And I mean, it went well on this side, it didn't on this side. So it very well could have just been my eye primer. Certainly a lot less messy than some other palettes that I've had from Sheglam. And the shimmers pack a really nice punch. They're super pretty. I felt like both of these shades were a little too pigmented to use for bronzer, and I just really did not feel like having a bad bronzer day. But I did put this pan of highlighter over here on my cheek. I think it looks quite lovely. But if glittery highlighters, because this is a glittery highlighter, if glittery highlighters are not your thing though, this other highlighter pan is just a reflective highlighter. It is maybe a little deep. That would be kind of a tough shade, but it is a palette that I would say is pretty friendly for various skin tones. So this one was a little peculiar. I don't understand the whole snowflake that disappears thing. I don't totally get that, but I think that this is a nifty palette. Certainly my favorite eyeshadow palette that I've tried from Sheglam. It's not bad. And I'm glad to have found some more formidable dupes for some of my favorite products. So that is really heckin' neat, I think. These eyelashes, oh, you see what's happening over here? Can you see that? I was just about to sing the praises of these eyelashes, and then literally as I was about to start talking, she done fell off. I haven't even had these on for like an hour. Let me just see if I can glue it back on. How? I feel like that can't be the lashes fault, can it? I've never had that issue. I'm just gonna put some more glue on and try again. But anyways, given that they don't have some kind of weird always falling off problem, I think that they're really pretty. They're very wispy, very long. I can't remember quite how much I paid for this. Maybe it was like $3. But this eyeliner is actually really good. And this is the type of eyeliner that I really like to use to get a nice, precise wing. So I definitely will play with this one some more. The only thing about this one is I don't think that it's actually Sheglam. Where did that box go? I lost the box, but I think that the brand is Hold Live, maybe? The liquid lipsticks. So we've got some fun shades here. But whenever my phone died and I was off camera for a minute, I went over with some gloss because it was just so dry, which, like I had said, is kind of what I expected. But most just like low-end matte liquid lipsticks I find are super duper drying, but I do like this color, and I don't think that it's a horrible formula. My lips were just particularly kind of dry today, so the dry matte formula didn't help. And my eyelash is still drying. So this Sheglam video is concluding much like my other Sheglam videos, where we've definitely got some hits and some misses. Kind of what you get when you're gambling around in this price range, you know, $3, $5, less than $10 basically. You're gonna have some hits and you're definitely gonna have some misses. That's just kind of the way it goes. But you get some misses in luxury makeup too, so it's just, you know, such is life. What are you gonna do? Anywho, I have spent way too much time making this video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.